Okay, this is the last video on phrases. So in our first videos 1 through 5, we looked at what a phrase is in general, what the various phrases can function as, either noun, adjective, or adverb. We reviewed the prepositional phrase, the verbal phrases, which would be the gerunds, participles, and infinitives, and finally the appositive phrase, which is pretty simple to understand. But the last concept we're going to look at with phrases is the type of errors we can make with phrases, and those are typically either misplaced modifiers or dangling modifiers. Okay, so a misplaced modifier is a phrase that is not close to the thing it modifies. So basically it's confusing, right? Dangling from the cliff, the rescuers, oh my land sakes, sorry. The rescuers hurried to save the hiker, okay? Now, in this instance, we don't know if it's the rescuers dangling from the cliff or the hiker. So it's confusing, and I will just tell you it's misplaced. It's supposed to be the hiker. He kind of tumbled from the cliff while he was taking a selfie and is now hanging there, dangling there, in fact. So the rescuers themselves are not the ones dangling. That would be considered a misplaced modifier. We need to move this close to the thing it modifies. So we could say the rescuers hurried to save the hiker dangling from the cliff, right? A dangling modifier is a phrase that cannot logically modify anything in the sentence. So the thing being modified has not been mentioned. Okay, so something like dangling from the cliff, the rescuers hurried to the site of the accident. Well, this is really problematic. We don't know who's doing any dangling, okay? I'm telling you it's not the rescuers, and it's certainly not the site of the accident that is dangling from a cliff. It's a man, a hiker, a rock climber, but he's not even in the sentence, so that is a dangling modifier. As a writer, I left out the thing that is supposed to be dangling from the cliff. So you have a worksheet in your packet about misplaced and dangling modifiers. Go ahead and practice that and see if you can tell when you're identifying the modifier that is erroneously placed. Can you figure out if it's misplaced or dangling?